Hi and welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be looking at the indications of V times hysterectomy. We basically have four types of hysterectomy. The first is the subtotal hysterectomy, which involves the surgical removal of the uterus, that's the body of the uterus, leaving behind the cervix, the upper part of the vagina, the fallopian tubes, as well as the ovaries. The second is the total hysterectomy. This is a surgical procedure that involves removal of the uterus, including the cervix, leaving behind the fallopian tubes, the ovaries, and the upper part of the vagina. The third is the total hysterectomy with bilateral salpingo-oophorectomy. This involves the surgical removal of the uterus, including the cervix, the fallopian tubes, as well as the ovaries, leaving behind the upper part of the vagina. Finally, we have V times hysterectomy, which we'll be looking at today, and is the total removal of the uterus, the cervix, the fallopian tubes, the ovaries, the upper part of the vagina, as well as lymph nodes relating to the uterus, and also surrounding anchoring structures of the uterus. So, what is V times hysterectomy? This is radical abdominal hysterectomy with bilateral pelvic lymphadenectomy. It involves removal of the uterus, upper part of the vagina, parametrium, and paracervical tissue, as well as pelvic lymph nodes. So, what is the main indication for V times hysterectomy? It is primarily used in early stage invasive carcinoma of the cervix, involving stage 1A2, stage 1B, and selected stage 2A without parametrial involvement beyond upper vagina. So, V-time hysterectomy is indicated in carcinoma of cervix uteri involving stage 1A2, which is microinvasive, greater than 3 mm but less than or equal to 5 mm depth with horizontal spread less than or equal to 7 mm. So here in stage 1A2, you have a microscopic lesion that is greater than 3 mm but less than or equal to 5 mm in depth with horizontal spread of less than or equal to 7 mm. And also in stage 1B1, which is clinical visible lesion less than or equal to 4 cm. So in stage 1B1, you have a macroscopic lesion that is visible, but tumor is less than or equal to 4 cm in size. So selected stage 2A1 involving upper vagina, but tumor is less than or equal to 4 cm and no parametrial fixation. So in stage 2A1, you have a macroscopic lesion that involves the upper vagina but is less than or equal to 4 cm and does not involve the paramecium, and also indicated in occasional cases of endometrial carcinoma with cervical or parametrial spread where radical surgery is preferred. It's rarely done though. So, what are the contraindications of V times hysterectomy? This is when not to do it. It shouldn't be done in advanced cervical cancer with parametrial fixation or distance metastasis. So, in cervical cancer that has advanced to certain levels, that's infiltrating the parametrium, as well as has metastasized already to distant organs like the lungs, V-time hysterectomy is contraindicated. It's also contraindicated in severe comorbidities, making major surgery unsafe. So, in cases of severe comorbidities, V-time hysterectomy is also contraindicated because it is generally unsafe. So, what are the key points to take home? If you see radical hysterectomy or V times hysterectomy in an exam, The first thing that should come to your mind is early invasive cervical cancer requiring removal of uterus plus upper vagina plus parametria as well as pelvic nodes. Thanks for listening.